Hello, everyone. I'm going to go over the budgeting project that we're going to work on, and I'm going to go through the things that we are going to do for this project. So I'm going to send you this infographic. It's a hyper infographic, so everything that you need for this project is going to be located right here. You're just going to click on different links to get to different parts of the project. There are things that I want you to go through and read. There are things that I want you to watch. There are activities that I'm going to have you complete so that you can learn this information. All right, so we're going to start at the top with the game of life. Congrats, you have earned a paycheck. Now what? So by Friday, the goal is that you're going to have completed enough assignments that you've earned your paycheck, and that the different activities that you've done in FCS so far all earn you money towards your paycheck. So you're going to gain a paycheck, and then you're going to be able to use that money for different things in class. So this was one of my ideas I had for the last marking periods for the other part of the year, where people were buying food and beverage like candy and popcorn and hot chocolate, all of that stuff that you may have seen your friends walking around the school with. They also had the ability to pay to have their cell phone in class, so they could bring their cell phone to class. Those were all privileges and things that they earned by accumulating money from the activities that they did in class. And then they had that money to use for different or to pay for different things. So this one's going to be slightly different because we're all online and we're remote. We're still going to do a bulk of what we would have done in my classroom, but there are going to be some different privileges you can earn from online. Still working that out, but I will give you a list so that you can kind of see what it is that you'll be able to purchase in the next several weeks. All right, so let's practice our financial literacy. While you learn about budgeting and how to be smart with your money, you will actually earn a paycheck from class for the things you complete. Having financial goals is extremely important. Understanding how to distinguish needs from wants can make or break your budget. Go to this Flipgrid. So you would click on the link here to bring you to this Flipgrid on budgeting. And I want you to define your needs and wants and give me some goals that you have for your life. So you go to the Flipgrid. You're going to click on Login with Google. You're going to click on your account when it pops up. And then this is what you'll see. So this is the grade 8 Flipgrid that I made. It's different than the 7th grade one. You're going to go through and answer this question for needs versus wants. I want you to do a response down here. I have a little prompt here, and I did a video to explain my goals, my financial goals, and explain what needs versus wants are. So if you listen to this little video, I'll explain what needs and wants are, and it's also in another part of the infographic. So I want you to tell me the difference between needs and wants, or define them. And then I want you to create a list of your financial wants, things that you would like to have or be able to use. Next phase is to learn the budgeting terms. So you need to learn the terms in order to understand what we're doing. So let's get started by understanding the lingo. Look through the slides here. So you just click on here. There is a slideshow I created of the budgeting vocabulary. You're just going to go through this and find any words that you don't know. Say, for instance, you didn't know what variable expenses are. You would find that definition, read through it, and kind of understand what that is. What I would like you to do with these words, once you've perused them and seen what they have, you're going to click on create a question and answer for an online game we will play. Click on the top title of this section above. So you're going to click on the words budgeting terms, and it's going to bring you to a slides for you to, sheets for you to put in a question on budgeting, and then a correct answer, and then incorrect answers. And then what I will do is I'm going to take this and put them into a game kit for us to play later in the semester. You're going to sign your name here once you've inputted your question, and please no repeating. So if somebody puts down variable expenses are expenses that are periodic or change, and then gives incorrect answers, you should not do the same or repeat a question. Okay, so really it would be whoever gets here first gets to pick what questions they want to do. And you're going to complete that. And then you're going to click on this link or this image here for game kits, because I already have a budgeting game set up. And then this is different than what we've played before. So normally I give you a code and you go in and you put the code in. This time you're going to select your name and then you're going to play under your name, and then you'll actually get credit from the program. So you go in, select who you are, hit join, and then it lets you play the game. I gave you an hour to play. You won't need an hour to play, but you have an hour of it being open to play, and you're going to answer the questions about these budgeting terms. You can use the slideshow to go through and complete it if you need to. That's completely fine. Okay, when you're done with that, you're going to watch the video here. You can just click on it right here, and it will play the video of understanding. And I literally just did a YouTube video of explaining your paycheck and what your paycheck's going to look like for class. I modeled it off of an actual paycheck, so this is very similar to what you would get in real life. Next phase is a deposit slip, so learning how to deposit money into your account. So right now I set up an account for you through FCS Credit Union, and you're going to get to deposit money into that account to use for different things that we'll come up with over the course of the marking period, and that you have to learn how to fill in a deposit slip in order to do that. So in order to access the money from your paycheck, you have to fill in a deposit form. Here is a link to the paper copy and explanation of how to use it. I'm not going to open this one because I think you get the point of clicking on the links. It's going to open to an explanation of what a deposit form looks like and how to fill it in. When you're ready to do a deposit, meaning after you've gotten your paycheck from me, you're going to endorse the paycheck. You're not going to be able to endorse on the back. I changed that. I'll change that so that it says on the front. And I go over the directions in this video for your earnings statement of how to do that. And then you're going to fill in this online deposit slip. So normally banks are not online. Like you don't fill out a deposit slip online. You can make online deposits, but to kind of help you understand how to do this and to fill it in correctly, I wanted to show you kind of how to do this. Okay, so this one I'm going to have to switch to up here. So the online deposit slip, I'll put it up here, the link, because right now it's just going to this link only. Okay, so you're going to click on a Google form, and it's going to ask you to fill in certain things and kind of go over how to fill those in. Billing statement. So eventually you are going to have bills you have to pay. I think your first bill is due May 8th, which is next Friday. So you've got to figure out if you have enough money in this week's paycheck, if you need to do extra items to earn extra money before next week, so you can pay your bill. And you're going to click on this link to open up to an explanation of the entire project. This is the stuff that I did previously, but the most important part is the second page because it talks about your bills and when they're due. Okay, so this is you'll see an updated version of this, so you'll be able to go through and look and see what bills are due and when you have to pay them. All right, back over here, you've got the Federal Reserve System. There's a comic book to kind of explain the Federal Reserve System so you can get a better grasp of that whole bank, like it's the federal bank of the government, to have a better understanding of it. Okay. One of the very important pieces with budgeting is that you create a transaction sheet so that you can go through and see where your money goes and where you spend it on. So this is the copy of what I want you to create for your sheets. So if you go through here, you have to make a copy of this. You're not going to be able to edit directly on it. So you're going to go through and either open with Google Sheets or make a copy. I can't get to that option because it's actually mine. But it's usually down here. Make a copy of this, and you're going to fill this in to keep track of your stuff. Now I have a video here showing you how to fill that in correctly and what to do with it. So you'll go through and use that one. All right. Then the last thing is we have a financial game. This program called Banzai does an entire very extensive budgeting online game. And you basically live like you're an adult and you have bills you have to pay and choices that you have to make in life. And it's really awesome. So I want you to click on the link here to get to the website. And then click on this, hopefully. Nope, just kidding. Okay, I'll have to fix it. There's a direction sheet that I'll send. I'll link it here to the title that gives you the code and how to get into the program. And then if you click on this link, it'll bring you to the website, and then you're just going to hit login, and then there's certain steps that I want you to follow, and I'll have a PDF of that for you to go through and complete. And then the last thing I want you to do is to complete this Google form that goes over the stuff that you learned for this. So this is open right now, but I'm going to close it. I don't want you to complete this until much later because I actually want you to go through and play the game and kind of understand the different things that we've done in this class for budgeting. So I'll close this, but then you'll be able to go in and answer these questions, and they're just reflection questions on how you think you did with budgeting. All right. Hopefully this was helpful. I've got to change a couple things on the infographic, but everything should be self-explanatory, and you should be able to just go through and complete the different activities. If you need help, of course, email me or let me know if you can't access something, and I will try to help. But otherwise, I hope you have a great day and good luck with your budgeting.